there, people of the internet! My name is Savannah, and welcome to my studio. So, I didn't put out a video last week, because my day job schedule got kinda all turned around, and I didn't have the time to work on this longer video. But now everything is in order, and I will continue with my every other week upload. But yeah, now let's just get into the drawing, because it's really long. As you can see by my references and the title, I drew more Pokemon fusions, because I just love them so dang much. I chose these few from my folder of fusions, and decided to draw all of them in a scene together because they all look spooky and witchy. Well, except for Sillerita, but whatever, I just wanted to draw her cause she cute. I also went a little different with these fusions, making them more humanoid, for the most part, so that they actually look like witches. I was gonna save this for like a Halloween special, but I have something else in mind for that. You'll just have to wait and find out. Since this video is so gosh dang long, I won't be talking the whole time, but my me's will pop up whenever I do have something to say. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Memoriam and Miss Junior are tied for being my favorite. I love Memoriam because she's just living her best life, helping her mom or grandma or mentor, I haven't decided yet, and she's just straight chillin'. I love the creepy little goblin hands I gave her, she's just so cute. And then Miss Junior just looks like a naughty little shit who's always up to no good, but is also really interested in everything that's going on. She has the same energy as Gasbat, and now I want to draw them getting into some mischief together. Man, Pokemon fusions are the best. After I got all of these fusions together, I had like an immediate story in my head. I wanted the Miss Malion fusion to be the head witch, like this big old busty witch mom with her little ones hanging around as she brews a magic potion in her cliché cauldron. And she's being visited by her good ghoul friend, Granny. And she brought her adorable little ballerina granddaughter, Sillerita, to have a play date or whatever with Memoriam and Miss Junior. I love them all so much, they're so cute, and drawing them in this scene really made me happy, but it was a lot of work, which is why it was delayed. And now there's suddenly furniture because I wasn't recording like a dingus. Anyway, on to the line work that takes a million years. As always, I apologize for the flips. I know this hand is janky, but it's fine, just ignore it, it's supposed to be that way. I guess I should say what the fusions are in case they're not, like, obvious. Starting from left to right, we have Aromacrow, Aromatisse, and Haunchcrow, Memoriam, which is Morgram and Hattrem, Miss Junior, which is Misdreavus and Mime Junior, Miss Malion, who is another Mismagios fusion, fused with Empoleon, Sillerita, which is Sylveon and Gothorita, Lietowl, Liepard and Noctowl, and Granny, who is Gourgeist and Leavanny. Furniture sucks. All these straight lines, ugh. But no, I'm really happy with how it all turned out because I'm not very good at perspective, especially with so many objects. So this is practice, and I think I maybe did a pretty okay job. Oh, and then of course, Mama Miss Malion, not to be confused with Miss Magion, has her two familiars. Well, Aromacrow is hers, and Lytel is Mortrem's, which I have just now decided. I really like Aromacrow because it just looks like a real Pokémon. And I love Pokémon with hats. Spoiler alert, in the Minichi region, I'm going to have a hat-themed gym leader. I threw Silurita in the mix specifically because she didn't fit with this witchy aesthetic, but she is definitely still dark and demented like her possibly undead granny. Goranny. It's weird to say. I mean, just look at those soulless eyes. I really want to write a story about all of these witchy gals now. And Lytel being an owl cat is just perfect. For one, Owlcat Gaming is dope, and owls are just cats of the sky. Superb fusion. I remember how much fun I had with the Down the Rabbit Hole drawing and realized I just really like drawing scenes with lots of knickknacks everywhere. But boy is it time consuming. I wanted to make it feel like a real room with lots of stuff in it that they could use, so I drew a bunch of random generic witchy things like crystals, plants, books, and whatnot, and made it all Pokemon related, and even threw in some actual Pokemon like Ditto, Goomy, Oddish, Bellsprout, Ghastly, Litwick, and Morolul, and then some others that are Pokemon inspired, like Parasec's Mushrooms, Floette's Flower, Meganium and Shaman's Flowers, and made all of the berries from the game. Oh, and Ammonite's Fossil. But then later I also brought in some stuff from the Down the Rabbit Hole drawing because I didn't want to redraw things or draw new things when I already had a whole plethora of things and stuff. All of the crystals and rocks are based off evolution stones, except for the big geode-looking thing. That one's an homage to Sableye and its diamond eyes with all of the crystals on its back. You'll see in the coloring. Gosh, this video is long. Oh, and this weird dumb stool that's on a shelf for some reason is going to be the colors of Cosmog. Finally, time for flats. Line work is boring, and for the last few small things I had to do, it ended up looking really bad all sped up, like I was jumping all over the place and it was just really jarring, so I cut it. And now we can move on to coloring. Also, please pay no attention to my layers, you might have a stroke. I added a few things like Rosalia's roses, Soul Rock, and some Minior orbiting like, you know, a little solar system model. And then I just add in the flats for the background, which I will adjust later as I add stock photos for texture, and it's a whole thing. And then I don't know what else to say other than, you know, I'm just coloring. I'm not really doing anything new or different than what I normally do, it's just I color. I do shading, I do highlights, I have 500 million layers. You know, what I do. I mostly used airbrushes for the highlights and shading, and then with some of the things I used an oil brush for texture, like on the furniture, and then I used a watercolor blender to make it look, I don't know, texture-y. This wasn't scripted. You can really tell when I go off script because I just kind of babble and I don't have a plan of what I'm gonna say. And I move my hands around a lot, even though you guys can't see that because I'm just talking into a microphone. So these three crystal clusters are the water, thunder, and fire stones in their raw form. And the swirly orange one by the v.ii geode was supposed to be like a raw sunstone, or maybe a polished one, but it kind of looks weird. And then we got the shiny stone, dawnstone, everstone, and dusk stones in the little antler bowl with the moonstone around the ghastly crystal ball. Ghastly crystal ball. That was harder than I imagined it to say. That was harder to say than I imagined it. I can talk. Also, there is this little orange sphere thing that was supposed to be part of Solrock's, like, little solar system model that's behind Silurita that I guess I forgot about and I never colored, so I had to fix it in post. This was also very much like the Down the Rabbit Hole video drawing, where I had so many layers that it became really hard to do anything because it was lagging when I had all of my layers open. So I had to turn most of them off whenever I was coloring, and then it took like 5 minutes to turn them all back on, like all of the background to turn it all back on. It was a long time, so I just cut that out. And now we're done! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long video. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I don't know, stuff like this just makes me happy. So happy pre-Halloween video, even though Halloween's like a month away. But don't worry, the Halloween special is gonna be really something. I'm super excited for it. But yeah, thank you, and as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.